Hey everyone, I'm here today to show you Noriko Sky in the color Auburn Sugar R. Oh wow, Noriko Sky, who would have thought that I would have loved this wig? I was actually sent this wig from a wig sister so that I would have a chance to review her and take a look at her, and I would have never purchased this wig. And I'm sad for people who don't have a chance to try her because she's fabulous. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Sky. I'm going to show you all around. I'm going to talk about the color a little bit, although I do already have a review of a Noriko wig in this color. And I'm going to show you the cap. I'll show you outside. And so let's just get going with this. So Sky is a short, shaggy cut, flippy, basic cap wig that is super, super adorable. Let's take a look at her from all sides. Just easy. Easy, easy, shake and go. When I get a wig from a wig sister, it can be really difficult. I think I got a wanger here. It can be a little difficult to know for sure what's been done to her. Now, I believe the wig sister who sent her to me said that she hadn't worn her and hadn't done anything to her, and neither did I. So I put her on my head and I just like literally did this. I just kind of finger styled. I played with her just to see kind of how does she want to lay. I didn't put any product in her, but I will talk about the importance of having product options in short styles like this. But this is out of the box. I mean, she just looks fabulous. Sky has quite a bit of permatease, and so if you get a Sky, she might not look fabulous out of the box because of the permatease. Wigs with quite a bit of permatease can have box hair because when you kind of crunch up a wig in a box, the permatease flattens out, and all you have to do to take care of that is shake it out and then get your fingers into that permatease and work it. Scratch it, kind of fluff it, maybe take a wide tooth comb to it, but you can definitely fix box hair with a high permatease wig by doing that. Sometimes you might need to spray it or like hang it upside down or let it sit out on a wig head for a little while to kind of spring up, but real easy to handle. So let's talk about the permatease since I brought it up. Sky has quite a bit of poofy, pillowy permatease all in here. All of the top of the cap, everywhere, sort of all around here. That's all poofy, pillowy permatease. It's what gives her the ability to do this and kind of look really fabulous. You can smooth her out a little bit, but that permatease is in there, and so you're always going to have a little bit of poof there. So if you don't like big hair, full hair, if you don't like a lot of poof on the top, then Sky isn't going to be the wig for you because she definitely has that. She doesn't have a ton around the ear tabs. She has just a little bit of crimpy fibers back here. None of the poofy, pillowy permatease, but you need some to hide the wefting, and you know, this is a basic cap. She doesn't have a lace front or any monofilament, so pulling it off the face like that isn't really going to be an option unless you have some bio hair in the front to pull out. But the way she hangs and kind of sweeps to the side, you don't need a lace front. You can't even tell at all. And so the price point stays down when that's the case. And you can easily take a clip and kind of clip a little bit to the side. As long as you sweep it down into the side, you can totally do that, and that will work just fine. You can also, if you want to wear her with a full bang down, that's what she looks like. On me, I can't remember what my measurement is from my forehead to my eyebrows, like 3.5 inches, maybe 3 inches. She's a little bit long. She kind of pokes me in the eyes a little bit. Just a tiny little point cutting just right there. All that would be needed. I personally don't even think I'd need to go to a stylist to do that. Now, if I needed to cut a bang into a wig that didn't have such an awesome template and so little that needed to be done, I would never attempt that on my own because I'm not good enough. But something like that even I could do. So if you are a full bang wearer, know that you're going to be able to wear bangs with ease. She is also really tuckable. So if you want to kind of tuck, maybe you like some of this, but you don't like it here, you can just tuck her and kind of smooth her and flatten her, and then kind of play with however you want that to look. So easy. So let's take a look at the cap, and then let me talk with you a little bit about styling. Sometimes people think short wigs are, leave you limited in styling options. I don't really think that's true. There's the cap. It's a Noriko cap, basic stuff, you know, extended nape, bra strap adjusters. And I'll tell you, even though bra strap adjusters are not my favorite, Noriko wigs run just a little small. They are kind of snug on me. And what's nice about the bra strap adjusters is you can cut them and then relieve a little bit of that tension around the circumference. And sometimes if it's just a little snug, that's all you have to do to loosen it up enough that it'll be comfortable. So if you've tried Noriko wigs in the past and you didn't know that tip and you found them to be just a little snug, or maybe you have one that you don't wear a lot because it's just a little snug, try cutting the extenders. It doesn't hurt the wig at all. It doesn't like wreck anything else. It just relieves a little bit of that tension so that it's not so snug. If you're not going to use them, then it won't hurt anything to do that. And like I said, it has all the permatease in the top, but what I really like, let me make sure I have the front here, is the permatease is not visible. Maybe a tad, super little if you wanted to be very picky and get your eyes right up in there, right at the very top of the crown. Nobody's looking at that part of your head. Sometimes when you get a basic cap wig, you can sometimes see the visible permatease more toward the front. You can't on this one. They did such a good job of sewing in the hair, and with the lift that it has, it's really great. And then this color, Auburn Sugar, let me kind of get over to the side again. Auburn Sugar is gorgeous. It's got this dynamic, different little colors running through it. It's an auburn with some very light kind of golden auburn flecks. It's not heavily highlighted, but if you really look at it, you can see a lot of dynamic color. I will get outside for you guys. I did Jackson by Noriko in this color, so if you look for my Jackson video, you'll be able to see, in that length, especially Jackson's longer, you can really get a good sense of the dynamic nature of this color. It's so beautiful. If you like auburns and you don't mind a little bit of highlights, it's not heavily highlighted, it's not chunky or stripy at all. But if you like just a little dynamic something, you get that with Auburn Sugar or Rooted. And the rooting is very subtle. I don't really consider this a rooted color, even though it's got the R and it is rooted. I think it just gives it that good dynamic look, but it's not super obvious at all. So it's just a shadow. It almost looks like it could just be a play on the light and not even a rooting. So it's really good. All right, let's quickly talk about styling and I'll get outside for you guys. So with short wigs, I think you should have some accessories. So if you're going to wear short wigs, I would invest in just some basic clips, maybe a headband. I really love the square bands, and I have a review of the square bands, and it's SQ and then hair, H-A-I-R. So that's how they spell square. You can Google it, and I love them because they're like sunglasses. So they don't really put tension on your head, which is so great with wigs. I think they come in multiple sizes, and I think I just buy like the basic size. I don't get anything extra big, and they fit all of my wigs great. But I just love square bands with short wigs. I like them with a lot of wigs, but short wigs especially. It just breaks up that style a little bit, and it's so cute. It's something a little different. So if you're someone who wears the same wig all the time, you don't really like to change it up, here's a way that you can change it up like people normally would with their bio hair, and you can throw a square band in. I just love them, and I think, you know, they're a little expensive. I can't remember. So you can get them on sale, and maybe you can get them for around $15. They might be around 20 bucks, but having just one is worth it. I mean, they're not going to wear out, and then you've got an option. So, and they're not tight. I think that's the thing with headbands. Sometimes they squeeze, and these don't do that. I love that. Something else I would invest in, John Renault Peace Out Cream. I should, this is really an old tub. I've had this tub for over 2 years, and I still have a ton left in here. Look at that. It goes forever, and a little goes a real long way. And so I highly recommend it. Again, it's a little spendy. I will put a link in the description. I just get it on Amazon. You can get it at a wig. A lot of wig retailers carry them if they carry John Renault. You just need literally the tiniest little bit, and then you just kind of, maybe just a little bit more than that, but it depends on what you're trying to do. But then you just rub it between your fingers, and then you just go like this. And what it does is it helps you piece out a wig. It helps you style. It helps you maybe smooth flyaways down. It does so much, and a little truly goes such a long way. It's got a very light scent. If you're smell sensitive, I think it'll be okay. It does have a scent, but very light. And like I said, you don't use very much. And then all you have to do to refresh this style once you've got a little bit of piece out cream in is just get a little water on your fingers and kind of do this, and it sort of reactivates. I don't like to use a lot of product in wigs at all because I don't like to wash them very often. But John Renault piece out cream is really good if you're going to want to constantly kind of, you know, maybe piece out or style a wig. So it's worth having. And like I said, it lasts. I've had it over 2 years. This thing is going to last me another year easily. And I bought another backup tub, and I didn't even need to do that. They're black now. They're not white like this. They're little black tubs. One other thing I want to talk about is when a wig might be too poofy for you, these little clips, these little claw clips are awesome. I'll link those as well. You can get them on Amazon, but you can get them at CVS or Walgreens. You don't have to buy them on Amazon. But what is great about these teeny tiny clips is if you find just some of the poof to be a little bit too much for you, you can take and clip down a little bit of the hair. And if you buy the real little ones, you can arrange it so that you can't see it. And now what you've done is you've clipped it, you've flattened just a little piece of it, and look at the difference in the profile. This is a lot flatter, and you can still get a little bit of lift, but if you just want to tame it a little bit, it's such a good tip. I discovered it by accident, and honestly, it's so good. You can do it to both sides, you can do it to one side, and like I said, if you buy the real little ones and strategically place them, you can't see them. You can always buy a little bit of bigger ones. This one's, I have them in like 8 sizes, but a little bit of a bigger one if all you wanted to do was, and you don't care about seeing it, but let's just say these are sometimes hard to manipulate because they're really small. So if you've got arthritis in your fingers, they're real small. But as someone who does have arthritis in her fingers knows, but you know, you can always do that. So you can clip a little bit up. I really do think short wigs have a lot of styling potential. So that's my tip on that. So that's all I have to say. I'll get outside for you guys. I think I've covered everything. Oh, the fit. The Noriko, even though they run small in the circumference, they're really generously sized as far as kind of over the top. So they fit me really well. The ear tabs come all the way down. They rest just slightly above my ear, whereas some nearly rest on my ear. But actually what I like about that is it really hides my bio hair really well. Noriko, I have a few Noriko wigs, and they hide my temple hair really well, and I get just a little bit of extra cap up here, not much at all. So if you're an average large, I would look for Noriko styles that come in a large cap because they can run small. And I've also found there to be some variability in the sizing. So I had a Jackson in this color that I reviewed, and then I gave it away on one of my giveaways because it was snug on me. Then I got another Jackson in a blonde, which I don't think I've reviewed yet, and that one fits me okay. So I think they don't always run exactly the same, which can be a pain. But I just want to tell you guys, if you're a large cap, you won't fit into the average for sure. And they don't have a ton of stretch. My experience is, and that's been pretty consistent, when you do this, I feel a lot of give. It doesn't have a ton of stretch, which means it's not going to give much for you if your head measurements are too much bigger than mine. So keep that in mind. If you've got Noriko wigs, share your experience in the comments, especially on the fit, but anything you can share. Noriko fibers are historically known to be awesome. Really long wearing, hardy fibers that go and go and go. So I believe a wig like this is going to last you a very long time if you take good care of it. So it's really great. All right, guys, that's enough. I've rambled and I've rambled, but I try to cover everything, and you can always skip if you don't care about some of it, but some of you really, really need the information. Stay tuned for the outside. I'm sorry. Yes, the outside look. There is no out of the box because, like I said, it's pretty much out of the box. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, everyone. Here we go with Auburn Sugar R outside on Noriko Sky. Really beautiful. I love this color. Love, love, love it. So beautiful. Got some dynamic highlighting. Auburn. Some kind of golden auburn. The rooting is very subtle. Very, very subtle. Not heavy, not dark. So pretty. No super visible permatease, which is really awesome. Just gorgeous. Let me get in front of my white background over here. My fancy white garage door. Just want to make sure. Color is so hard, and I know if you're really looking deep at this color, then you're probably watching every video you can find on it. So try to be thorough. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys.